Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. You know how we do. Before we get started, we got to give a big shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch the video. But while you're here, do us a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little star at the bottom. Hype your boy up. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all know we can't do a video without giving a shout out to the beautiful ladies of the CU aunties that are always in the building. So when you see a CUNT in the building, in the comment section, in the chat, wherever, make sure you say what's up. Be respectful. Big shout out to the CUNTs. Love them ladies. But today is not the day. Today is Emmanuel Acho Day. And y'all know Emmanuel Acho always on that ish. He on one side or the other of the fence. He straddled that fence like no other. He ain't gonna never pick a side because he cool like that. He's opinionated, but sometimes he just don't know what the hell he talking about. He sound good. He articulate himself good. Still don't know what the hell he talking about. I'm for real. Let go. I'm for real, dog. Let go. Now, Emmanuel Acho of the Speakeasy, formerly of that other show on that other station, which we will not talk about because we don't like they punk ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? But they over there supporting that other dumbass that was in the White House that was talking all that crazy, man, telling all them lies on TV the other day. Just out there lying for no reason. Y'all voted for that. For real. Y'all let a man and his wife lost their life and he talking about this because of him. Get the hell out of here. But anyway, Emmanuel Acho of the Speakeasy and my boy, Mr. 25, Mr. McCoy. You know, 25 always got something to say. And we gonna hear him out today because Emmanuel Acho is on the wrong side of the track. Because Emmanuel Acho say Kevin Stefanski is the best coach for shedeursanders. I call bullshit. But we gonna let Emmanuel Acho speak his truth. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let Emmanuel Acho speak his truth since he think he know what he talking about. Let's hear that question again. Lies.
X's and O's. Strictly football. You want to start talking interpersonal? Different conversation. I rock with y'all. But as a coach, Kevin Stefanski has proven to be able to lead quarterbacks to the playoffs.
Where?
Baker Mayfield.
No.
Joe Flacco.
No.
He's proven that as a coach.
No.
So I believe that what the Browns have and have historically had under Kevin.
True. Baker Mayfield went to the playoffs with Kevin Stefanski. But that was in Kevin Stefanski's first year as a head coach with the Cleveland Browns. And Kevin Stefanski wasn't even there to coach that playoff game. And they lost. They beat the Steelers. And then they lost. So Kevin Stefanski is 0-2 in the playoffs because that win don't go to him. They go to his assistant head coach. But let's go back to Emmanuel Acho because we busted his head today. There you go. Come on, Acho, talk to him.
Stefanski is perfect for Shedeur. Run first, play action off of it. Run first, play action off of it. Take shots. Run first, play action off of it. I do not want to see shedeursanders in his college-style offense spread out, passing the ball 40-plus times a game, taking 4 to 7 sacks a game. I don't want to see that.
See, problem is with what you talking about, Acho, is that Kevin Stefanski's offense sucks. His offense is horrible. It's slow. It's outdated. It's old as hell. The same offense you be crying about on your videos, talking about spacing, talking about wide receivers not making enough space, in crowding the area, too many of them in one spot, routes take too long to develop. That's Kevin Stefanski. That's his offense that he started out coaching at the beginning of the year and turned it over to Tommy Rees. But I'm going to finish letting you cook because, yet again, you don't know what the hell you talking about.
I want to see the Browns lean on Quinshon Judkins, who I believe is an absolute superstar in the making. I want to see them lean on Harold Fannin in the play-action pass game. I want to see them lean on Jerry Jeudy along with hopefully a number one wide receiver in Carnell Tate. And I want to see them run an offense that will allow Shedeur Sanders to develop as his talent and as he mentally matures and develops. I do not think separating Shedeur and Stefanski is the best option. I think that's the easiest option. I think that is the low-hanging fruit option. I think you sit them two down in your office, Jimmy Haslam, and you say, both of you all are a part of our future. Let's make this work. Let's figure it out.
I'm confused, Acho.
Time for 2-5 to cook. But yeah, we confused too, Acho, because how have you seen anything from Kevin Stefanski in the 6 years that he's been in Cleveland that tells you he's good at developing quarterbacks? He has had, in the last 2 years, 23, 24, and now 25, 13 quarterbacks. 11 in the last 2 years. And we ain't even counting Joe Flacco twice. You know what I'm saying? 23 was Joe Flacco there. 25, Joe Flacco is back. We're not counting all them quarterbacks. So what makes you think that he's good for Shedeur if he's run through that many quarterbacks in that short of a time period? I'm just asking the question. You know.
You always speak about Kevin Stefanski like they need him. They should want him. Has he been good last year as a coach?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Has he been good this year as a coach?
No, sir.
So you've been bad for 2 years straight, and he wants to keep you for who? For what? For who? For what? Ricky Waters made that book. I thought y'all get it. Anyway, there's nothing that make you want to bring him back. And you don't like the future of the other teams? Everybody in the city, all the coaches, all the people for the Cavs, everybody on the team, they love Shedeur Sanders. But you, coach. Seriously, so it's like, why would we keep him around? Every time he has interviews about Shedeur, it's always negative. He says the bare minimum about him. There's no reason to keep him there. It's time for Kevin Stefanski to roll. This year, you brought old Joe Flacco in the building to be your starter. Then you trade for Kenny Pickett. Then he leaves. Then Joe leaves. And then you draft a third round quarterback who wasn't better than the fifth round quarterback. Now he's on the bench. Now your fifth round quarterback is the...
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
I just don't understand the
give
affinity for
him
Simmons.
the walking papers. You ever bring it with a girl? Right? I'm not like, I'm very emotional and I care about people's feelings.
Yeah, you're a good man.
So always text the girl. Things that work out, it was more me than you.
Yes, not you.
And
me.
right now, I want to honor you with your walking papers.
Yeah.
That means, can you please leave here immediately? But I'm doing it a polite way. Get Kevin Stefanski the hell out of there, man.
See what I'm talking about? That's why you gotta let Shady cook. Cause Shady be knowing what he's talking about. Just get Kevin Stefanski out there. He ain't did shit in the last 2-3 years. He ain't, what has he done? He got coach of the year in 2023 because he went to the playoffs with 5 quarterbacks, not because he was he went to the wild card game and lost. Got blew out. Smoked. Bad. But that's why you need Shady on the show. Because Acho just sometimes you just don't get it. he do enough research to make everybody look bad because he'll come up with some statistics and that they can't counter because they wasn't ready for the conversation. But Acho came in prepared and knew some things, but he didn't do enough today. Let's go.
Here's my thing, and it's gonna be fascinating, right? Baker Mayfield was the best version of himself with Kevin Stefanski. Interception percentage, touchdown percentage, win-loss record. Baker was the best version of himself with Stefanski. I believe he had 28 touchdowns to 6 interceptions.
Wrong.
I know Kevin Stefanski can get the most out of quarterbacks. I don't want to see them part because they don't get along. I'm about to personalize it real quick. Let me look at 2-5. Let me look at 2-5, Taylor. Let me look at my dog 2-5, please. That's LaShawn McCoy for those in the back. Thank you. Chip Kelly got the most statistically out of Shady McCoy. He did. Period. All pro, led the league in rushing yards. The system fits Shady best. And this coming from a defender. No bias. I'm not too far in the forest to see the trees. Got the most out of Shady. Chip and Shady ain't get along. So as a result, Shady went on to go do the greatest of things. Shady still ends up in the Eagles Hall of Fame. Chip ends up being a, no-name NFL coach, though he wins a national championship at Ohio State. But if Jeffrey Lurie could have just looked at Chip and said, Shady's that good, figure it out, the Eagles would have been better off. But instead, Chip's ego, Chip's arrogance, Chip's lack of being able to understand the culture got in the way. Shady goes on to Buffalo, becomes an all-pro. The rest is history. Kevin Stefanski, you've gotten the best out of quarterbacks before, most notably Baker Mayfield.
Wrong.
Baker's never won 11 games without you, Stefanski. He's never had his touchdown interception ratio like that without you, Stefanski.
Wrong.
So sit Stefanski down and say, figure it out. Because Stefanski, you've proven to get the most.
And see, that's when Care Bear should have been up there Googling it. As Shady McCoy probably would have called him Stats Bear. That's when Stats Bear should have been up there Googling it. Because Baker's best year was last year in Tampa Bay. Not doggone with Kevin Stefanski. 2020 was his best year with Kevin Stefanski because he had 3,500 passing yards. He tied for a career high 5 touchdowns in one game, had a 95 passer rating. But last year with Tampa Bay, he had a 71% completion percentage, threw for over 4,500 yards, had 41 touchdowns with a higher passer rating of 106.8. What are you talking about? Last year, Baker became the 4th quarterback in NFL history with 4,000 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and a 70% completion rate. Last year was Baker's best year without Kevin Stefanski. He had one great year with Kevin Stefanski, but he only had 3,527 touchdowns in 2020. But what we talking about? Kevin Stefanski wasn't best for Baker. Baker's best year was last year. So know what you're talking about, Acho.
Out of cues. Sure, they could part ways. But why would you want to part ways with a coach that is already proven to be able to get the most out of a quarterback?
How long ago was that, though? You love the.
I'm saying, if he could get the most out of a quarterback, why he ain't getting nothing out of Dylan Gabriel? Why did he not get nothing out of Kenny Pickett? Why he didn't get the best out of Joe Flacco earlier this season? Why did you get not the best out of Jacoby Brissett? Why did you not get the best out of any of those other 11 quarterbacks that you had? So Baker and Shedeur or what? Or what? That you're supposed to get the best out of them. If you got the best out of all of those other quarterbacks and 3,527 was the best you could get out of Baker, then you're not the best for either one of these dudes. What are you talking about, my guy? Come on. Make it make sense.
Talk about this Baker Mayfield. How long ago was that? That was years ago.
Yeah, it was about 4 years ago, I believe.
Baker since then been on like 4 different teams already.
Yep. And it hasn't been as good.
Right. The Bucks is probably the best he's ever looked.
But touchdowns with more picks.
I don't want to hear about no stats. I know you're talking about the stats.
He has more touchdowns, he has more wins, he has anything.
Last year, he won the division.
Wrong. His stats were better last year. His touchdowns, his picks were better. His percentage was better. His passing yards was better. He was the 4th quarterback in NFL history with 4,040. 4,040. So what is he talking about? What is he talking about? 4,040 touchdowns, 70+ completion percentage. Only the 4th quarterback in NFL history. Last year was his best year. I told you he do enough stat checking to where they can't fact check him. But Care Bear should have been up there Googling his ass off.
He's won the playoffs. What you talking about? I'm trying to figure
with the Browns, he did.
No, when he right now with the Bucks.
Yep.
Right?
7-7.
You tell me last year he had better numbers with the
41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions last year. With the Browns, he had 28 touchdowns.
Let's stop. 41 touchdowns?
Yes, sir.
Are we still talking about that? Were we still talking about something?
I gotta talk about the picks too now.
He just said it out his mouth. 41 touchdowns. 41 yard pass yards. What the hell is he talking about? What's wrong with Acho? Is he crazy? Last year was his best year. He just said it out of his own mouth. See what I'm saying? Talking too fast. Ain't saying nothing. Trying to make a point, but you dead fucking wrong. Sound like Stephen A. Smith up there talking about y'all should not be listening to these people when they tell you don't listen to people when they give you illegal orders. Y'all sound like Stephen A. Smith with that bullshit. Stop it.
We not talking about it.
Bro. Anybody would tell you that Baker Mayfield is better with the Bucks than he was with the Browns. Okay, but I don't want to talk about that part.
Go ahead,
it's so old. It's like you dwelling on the girl still. Let her go. It's over. Okay. Y'all are done. Let's talk about him now, though. I watched Deshaun Watson come over there.
Look, Shady.
When I seen Deshaun Watson, he was great. When he played for the Houston Texans, no matter who the wide receiver was, he was great.
Yeah.
He comes to the Browns under Kevin Stefanski. What do he look like, Acho?
Oh.
Not good.
Boo-boo. Look, boo-boo. Okay, so then we keep going. The last couple quarterbacks been boo-boo, and we want to make and run the show for Shedeur-sanders. It don't make sense. Shedeur is a bright spot in Cleveland. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it but the head man. He got to go, man. Give him his walking papers.
Go ahead. You just want to speak.
I just don't. I don't know what does a coach have to do to get fired in your opinion? How much worse could Stefanski look for you to want to fire him? 3-11 isn't enough.
What did he go last year?
I believe they had, was it 6 wins last year? No. It was worse. No, they had 4 wins last year.
Yeah. Okay, and they got 3 wins this year.
Yeah.
They doing the same thing. He want to keep.
They're doing the same thing. Like what are you supposed to want out of your head coach?
See, this is what you call arguing a negative point. When everybody else has given you the facts, are asking you legitimate questions, and you're still sticking to your point. You're still not changing your argument. You're still not agreeing with the people that are right. They're asking you. If this man has been here for 6 years and he took a great team, he took a playoff team that is no longer a playoff team anymore in 6 years. Because when Stefanski got there in 2020, that team was stout, offense and defense. They ruined that team. Killed it. That team was ready. And 6 years later, you're on your way to your second 3-14 season. Make it make sense. Why should he remain? He hasn't done anything for Shedeur. He didn't even like the man. You made the dumbest decision in the world to start Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur-sanders. when the stats show it, when the facts show it, when the people knew it, when his teammates knew it, that Shedeur was the better quarterback coming out of camp. All roads led to Shedeur. But what did you do? You started Dylan Gabriel. When everything in the world told you that Shedeur was the better quarterback. Right.
What do you want from me?
What do you want out of your head coach to keep his job? I don't understand it. When you have these coaches losing as many games as they're losing, that shouldn't be a standard for an NFL coach to keep his job.
What I look at with the coach is, are you getting the most out of your players, and are you getting the most out of your team? I'm not sure how much you're going to get out of Dylan Gabriel. I'm not sure how much you're going to get out of Joe Flacco. And with all due respect, I'm not sure how much you're going to get out of rookie Shedeur Sanders. He got a 350-yard game out of him. With Jerry Jeudy as your number one wide receiver and a rookie Harold Fannin as your number one, depending on David Njoku, but Harold Fannin been balling.
He got a 350-yard game out of it. Shedeur was pitching a comeback, and he took him out the game. What does that say about your head coach? When you took your best offensive weapon off the field. What does that say about your head coach? What does that say about his relationship with that quarterback? What does that say about his like for that quarterback, for Shedeur Sanders? If he led a 2-touchdown return comeback in the fourth quarter and Kevin Stefanski took Shedeur Sanders off the field, what does that say about Kevin Stefanski as a head coach?
Lately as your number one tight end with a rookie running back with no offensive lineman. So like, what do you want to get out of him? I mean, I think Kevin Stefanski with a Joe Flacco that hadn't done much and a Dylan Gabriel and a Shedeur Sanders, what have the Titans gotten out of Cam Ward? Like, what do you get out of rookies? What have the Giants got out of Jackson Dart? Shout out to Kellen Moore and what he's got out of Tyler Shutt. But that's in large part because of the defense.
Okay, let's talk about this then. The Titans, do they have a roster that's capable of competing this year?
No.
Did they fire their head coach?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on now. Did the Giants have a roster capable of competing this year?
No.
With the top of their division? Did they fire their head coach?
Yes.
Cook, Care Bear.
Losing football games. And by the way, it was actually 3 wins last year. They have 6 wins in the past 2 years. Sometimes the circumstance, you got to make do. You got to make do. The same way we're asking Shedeur to make do with the circumstance that he was and the cards that he was dealt.
Mom, Dad, let me give you a ride home.
Is this yours?
So, of course, my agent doesn't tell me that I'm going to be working with the bird that day. And when I get to set, the Wrangler's yelling at me like, don't make eye contact.
Kevin Stefanski has to make do. The Browns have one of the best defenses, talent-wise, in the entire National Football League this year.
Yeah.
Should they? Okay, have they been competitive in multiple games this year that they possibly could have won?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right.
But
Here's why
I gotta pause him. Because let's remember, and again, he's a rookie. So like the Browns aren't losing because football gods. Against the Tennessee Titans, they have a lead.
Yeah.
There's a man that just spit several facts and you refuse to concede your argument. Your argument is booty cheeks. Complete A-town strippers ass. And you won't give up. I told you. Everybody don't need a microphone.
Sanders throws a pick. Titans go down and score. The Browns never regain another lead.
Yep.
But no, don't leave out the facts. Hold on, let's back that up. Hold on. Let's go.
Here's why I gotta pause him. Because let's remember, and again, he's a rookie. So like the Browns aren't losing because football gods. Against the Tennessee Titans, they have a lead.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders throws a pick. Titans go down and score. The Browns never regain another lead.
Yep.
We can't blame Shedeur because he's a rookie, but we can't blame Stefanski because against the last team, they.
How come we can't blame Stefanski? Shedeur threw a pick. Yes. The Browns scored. Yes. I mean, the Titans scored. Yes. But that was one touchdown. They also recovered a fumble and scored. They also ran a punt back to the other side of the 50 and scored. Then Shedeur led 2 drives in under 5 minutes to possibly tie the game up. But what did Kevin Stefanski do? He took him off the field with the chance to tie. So you telling me that's your head coach you want coaching your players? The coach that takes your best player off the field when it's time to tie the game up? Come on, dog.
They just played. The Browns played the Bears. Shedeur throws 3 picks.
I do like that Omega Sea Master you got on, though, dog. That thing is busted. I see you.
Like, we can't blame him because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Somebody deserves blame in here.
So what do
somebody guilty. But we just can't call out who's guilty because he's a rookie. So
no, Kevin Stefanski is guilty. It's his fault. He did it.
Do last year count off?
But the argument is that Stefanski is the guilty one.
But that's not the fact.
Yeah. But
Shedeur Sanders, who throws Jerry Jeudy, who drops the ball, and Jalen Johnson picks it off, guilty.
Yep.
Shedeur Sanders, who throws a pick to Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in a basic cover 3 and throws a check down, guilty.
Yep.
Shedeur Sanders, who throws a pick to Scott, because you don't see the linebacker in the slant.
Oh, you want to blame the Chicago loss on Shedeur? Oh, okay. We'll take that.
Yeah, guilty. But
okay, yes, and
what about last year though?
But
last year count off?
But you
does.
you big on nuance,
Yep.
and you big on context.
Yes, sir,
You get on
always.
Shady about it all the time.
always.
Is there not context and nuance to be said about Kevin Stefanski's mismanagement of Shedeur for this entire year, having
Thank
something
you,
to
Trey.
do with Shedeur
It's a trade cookie.
being yes, you can say Shedeur and the players and the game situations and the certain scenarios, but there also has to be some accountability held for Kevin Stefanski mismanaging Shedeur's playing time, not having, first team runs and those types of things that can logically and I feel like fairly contribute to why the Browns have lost.
Let me ask you this. We're gonna call it mismanagement.
Yep.
Which is fair.
Yep.
Sure. Shedeur Sanders has 5 picks in 3 starts?
6.
6 picks in 3 or 4
There we
starts.
go.
4 starts, yeah.
He's thrown for 209 yards, 149 yards, 360 yards, 170 yards.
Correct.
Let's not act retroactively like Shedeur Sanders was Jaden Daniels in his first 4 games.
Okay.
Shedeur Sanders has been good,
Yep.
but we're calling this mismanagement as though the Browns are 4-0 with Shedeur Sanders. They're 1-3.
Right.
So had you started Shedeur Sanders, stretch out that 1-3. That's a 4-12 season.
Okay. That's a 4-12 season, maybe. But Dylan Gabriel is 1-6. So stretch his out and tell me what you come up with. Oh, 2-17. There you go. Look at that. It's a difference. It's a double up. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's a difference. Because you get double the wins with Shedeur. And less wins than you had the previous year with Dylan Gabriel. So still tell me where you right at. Nowhere.
The Browns are 3-11, 3-12. I just want to make sure we all, when people start talking about Shedeur, we put this mystical God wand over him. He had a fun.
See, that sounds like a man who don't like the player, the person, not the player. You keep hollering about you grade football, but now you just got personal right there. That's personal. That is not football.
Phenomenal game against the Titans. A phenomenal game against the Titans. Unfortunately, they lost.
Yeah.
So he's mismanaged it. We're acting as though he benched rookie Jaden.
Right. Question for you though.
Talk to me.
Out of all
Nick him and Rory, we're getting him in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let the world know on social media.
we'll do.
Don't make sure you spell his name in the back. He's Nigerian. We do not insult Nigerians outside of Emmanuel Acho on this show.
Yeah, we definitely insult Emmanuel Acho about to do right now.
Don't say we. Speak for yourself.
Okay,
I like
fault.
my paycheck.
So, this season, out of all of the quarterbacks that have started for the Browns, the Dylan Gabriel, the Joe Flacco, and the Shedeur Sanders, who would you say has looked the best?
Uh-oh.
Shedeur's ceiling has been the highest and his floor has been obviously the lowest. So it depends how you want to look at it.
His floor has been the lowest.
0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That Chicago Bears game was lower than anything Dylan Gabriel did or Flacco.
I mean, a ball goes off of a touchdown pass ends up in an interception, and it would have been 2 interceptions, which is like
disregard that when you saw the game. Like,
I hear you. It wasn't a good game. I'll ask you this though:
transcribe that
young rookie quarterback that has the highest upside, maybe the lowest downside, right? Do you not think the coach should be responsible for not starting that guy for 10 games of the season in which you amassed a 2-8 record?
Get him, Campbell. Tell what I'm talking about. This man still refused to concede his argument. You are just wrong. Say that. Ego will not let people say when they wrong. Just say you wrong, dude. Let the argument go because you are not right in this instance. Kevin Stefanski is not a good coach for Shedeur Sanders. Kevin Stefanski has a bad offense. He didn't even finish coaching his own offense this season. Once again, for the second year in a row, Kevin Stefanski has turned his playbook over to his so-called offense coordinator. He don't even let his offense coordinator run their own offense. When they was running their own offense in 2023, they went to the playoffs. When 2020, when another offensive coordinator was running their own offense, they went to the playoffs. 21, 22, 23, 21, 22, Kevin Stefanski's offense. You don't go to the playoffs. 23, not Kevin Stefanski's offense. You go to the playoffs. 24, back to Kevin Stefanski's offense. You're not in the playoffs. You win 3 games. Again, this year, back to Kevin Stefanski's offense. And you got the same thing. So you tell me, Emmanuel, Acho, how is Kevin Stefanski a better quarterback, a better head coach for Shedeur Sanders? You keep repeatedly getting the same results with him at the helm using his offense. Just because he turned the playbook over don't mean the plays don't change. It's the same weak-ass offense. They can't move the ball. So what we doing?
They have 8 losses on their record. Maybe you could have 4 or 5 wins right now instead of the 3. Maybe you can have 6 wins instead of the 3 if you actually gave the guy first team reps. I don't know. But during the preseason, I don't know. Okay, during the actual season, the same way you did with Dylan Gabriel, and then you benched him anyway.
Here's my thing though.
Cook him.
Deshaun Watson didn't start the first 6 games of his rookie year. Bill O'Brien didn't do it. Deshaun came in and looked.
Stop trying to compare other people's rookie season to Shedeur's rookie season. Shedeur's rookie season is uncomparable to anybody in the NFL. Anybody. Because all those other people, you know what they did? They got to practice with their team. They got to play with their team. They got to throw reps with their team. How can you be a backup, the second quarterback on the freaking list, and you still ain't played with the one? You still ain't threw a pass to Jerry Jeudy until you went live. You ain't never took a snap from the first team center until you went live in a game on national freaking TV. And you want to tell me Kevin Stefanski should be the head coach of Shedeur Sanders? Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? Are you just stupid? And you just want to make a point. You just want to argue a point for no reason. There is nothing in this world that says Kevin Stefanski should remain the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. He has committed malpractice after malpractice after malpractice. How many egregious things do you have to do to be fired from your job? You didn't even do nothing. You got fired from yours. So tell me, how many egregious things do you have to do as a head coach with 6 years of a horrible track record to get fired from your job? You got the highest, one of the highest rated quarterbacks in your quarterback room. And you're going to put a third-string rookie on top of him because you drafted him in the 3rd round when every stat, metric, visual that you saw in preseason, in OTAs, told you Shedeur was a better quarterback. So why was Dylan Gabriel at any point in time ahead of Shedeur? The college tape said it. The rookie doggone OTA said it. The mandatory OTA said it. The doggone fall practice said it. The stat tracker said it from ESPN Cleveland. The video said it from everybody that was at practice. Everybody else said it that was at practice. So why didn't Kevin Stefanski say it? Why didn't Kevin Stefanski see it? Because just like you making this argument right now, ego and pride would not let him concede. He had to be right. And therefore, trying to be right, put your team in a position to lose more games this season. That Minnesota game, they could have won. They had 3 other close games that they could have won this season. Hey, you got to have your argument. I'm going to let you cook.
Like a MVP player before tearing his ACL. Y'all go back and fact check me if y'all don't believe me. Yell at me about that. That's worthy of yelling at me.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson came in after week 6. I believe he had 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in like his next 4 or 5 games. What were you doing, Bill O'Brien? You started, maybe it was TJ Yates. Care-Bear, you have to help me. You're
yeah,
like, what were you doing? You started this slappy over Deshaun Watson? Yell at me about that. I'm not going to go out there and storm a protest for Shedeur Sanders, who's thrown 6 picks in 4 weeks. He's a rookie, so I'm not going to talk about it. But if y'all are going to press me, back me up into a corner and say, Acho, Stefanski made the most egregious decision of his life.
He did.
For that? Yeah, y'all yelling me for that.
He did. Stefanski made the most egregious decision of his life. Stefanski has done nothing as a head coach for the Cleveland Browns. 11-5 in 2020, 8-9 in 2021, 7-10 in 2022, 11-6, lost the wild card in 23, 3-14 last year, on his way to 3-14 this year. What has he done? Every year that they didn't use Stefanski playbook, they played okay. They got to the playoff. Each year, Stefanski was calling plays and using his playbook. They lost. They got their asses kicked. Why? You can't blame Deshaun Watson. Y'all can blame Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson played 1 season, got hurt. Done so. He came in late his first season there, so that don't even count because he was suspended for 10 or 11 games. What was that, 22? Then he came in 23, and then he got hurt. So, y'all keep trying to blame Deshaun Watson for all this mess. No. He had 1 bad season in Cleveland, then he got hurt, and he ain't been seen since. So, all that lies on Kevin Stefanski's head.
But the thing is, you only talking about this year, bro. They drafted 4th pick last year.
Cook shape.
They won 4 games last year.
They had three games last year. They're 3-14.
It looks like they're gonna win another 3. They won 3 last year.
Yeah.
This year they're gonna win another 3. So I ain't even talking about Shedeur. Let's put Shedeur to the side.
Yeah.
My thing is, the question was, is he a good coach? Which we know he's not. The question was, should he stay there next year? And we know he shouldn't. So what I'm saying is, I don't even want to talk about Shedeur.
Yeah.
Since you've been in Browns coach, you had 1 good year?
2, made the playoffs twice.
How long you been there? 6 years?
Should be 6.
You can look all this stuff up. Fact check, Bear. All I'm saying is the brother's not a good coach. He's been bad. Every year they're picking in the top 5, and you're talking about giving another chance. Why? For what? If I'm Shedeur, I don't want you coaching me. You a loser. All you do is lose. For real. You lose. I don't want to be around you. I hate the way you smell. I don't want to be around no losers. Let's get Shedeur around some winning coaches. That's all I want.
Can we be honest though?
I was honest.
World. I want you to imagine this, right?
So we can
you have a head coach in 2023. Y'all go to the playoffs. Y'all get blown out in the playoffs 45-14. The next season, y'all win 3 games. The season after that, you win 3 games in a 17-game football season. 6 games in 2 years. Regardless of the situation, most franchises are going to say, hey, we're going to move in another direction.
Exactly.
The time you did take us to the playoffs last, we got smoked. 45-14. It looked like Tulane and Ole Miss is going to look like this Saturday.
Don't use that.
Come on now. It's bad.
As a LeBron fan, don't use making the playoff.
Okay, we can't. He didn't went to LeBron. And I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm an MJ guy for life. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all don't get where he was going with the LeBron stuff. He was going with people that cheer LeBron for going to the NBA Finals 10 times and losing 6 of them, saying he was doing something. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. No, he lost. He got his ass kicked. Michael Jordan went 6 times, didn't lose. You can't never change that. He might have been 10 times. He ain't got 10 championships. Michael Jordan went 6 times. Come out with 6. I think that makes you the man. You know what I'm talking about? Michael Jordan got 10 scoring titles. 1 defensive player of the year. LeBron James got 1 scoring title. No defensive players of the year. He got about 900 years played in the league, y'all. He's a champion of longevity. Hell, he outdid Kareem and who else? All them other players. Tim Duncan and them. You know, he might make it to 25. He might live to see the baby boy in the league. I think that's what he wants. Because he better than Bronny anyway. But anyway, y'all done got me off on a tangent. Got me off on my b-ball. I will rock your head with that. With that basketball talk. I'll bust your brain over. Y'all don't want that. But yes, Bryce is better than Bronny. Just so you know. If you don't know, now you do. And when Cheyenne get to the league, he gonna bust Bronny head. I'm just saying. When that young bull gets to the league, he gonna bust Bronny ass. But anyway, Emmanuel Acho don't know what the hell he talking about. Stefanski is not the best coach for Shedeur. They need to fire Stefanski, hire Antonio Pierce. Y'all gonna be mad at that. Antonio Pierce needs to go to Cleveland. Y'all think Antonio Pierce sucked when he was at the Raiders? He didn't suck when he was at the Raiders. He just didn't have no team. Just like they ain't got no team now. But if he can get with somebody that can build with him, they got him a quarterback. See, but what same thing the Raiders having problems with is the same thing Cleveland's having problems with. The Raiders ain't won just like Cleveland ain't won. Al Davis was cheap as hell. His son cheap as hell. At least in Cleveland, they willing to spend some money. But are you willing? Now they got some picks. They can go get some players. All I'm saying is, Kevin Stefanski ain't it. But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Y'all know what to do. Leave your comments in the comment section. Turn your post notification bell on. That little bell right there. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hit that bell. Hit that little star right down there at the bottom. Let your boy know what's up. We know Kevin Stefanski ain't it. Y'all tell me who y'all think Cleveland should hire when they fire Kevin Stefanski. I want AP, Antonio Pierce, ex-Raiders coach. He should have been the boy. Because if they wouldn't have fired him and hired that old ass man and took him to Las Vegas, Shedeur would have been a Raider right now. That's where he would have been, without question. Shedeur would have been a Raider. But it is what it is. This is where we at. Kevin Stefanski got to go. Y'all let me know. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm out of here. Damn, that's a long video. Peace out.